Crypto vlog for July 30th, 2025, year of our crypto lords. We've had so much going on, so many opportunities, and I just fumbled. I basically round-tripped all my opportunities through gambling. Of course, I couldn't take my chips off the table. Thought everything would go up forever, and it didn't. Blah, 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 blah. We had everything. We even finished it off with a crazy Vine pump and a Tron pump, right? Tron doesn't really move with the other altcoins. It's largely centralized, the market maker and everything. It's just Justin Sun throws his profits from holding Tron into pumping Tron. I don't know how he does it. Maybe he holds a bunch of Bitcoin. I always try to get a dog pooping in every one of these videos for you guys. So this must be runoff. It can't be wet because it didn't rain in the last couple of weeks. Or actually, a month or two. It sprinkled for an hour. It's not going to leave this. So the last vlog from last week, I did forget to upload it. It's just one of those things. But how does it feel being free? It's nice. I just want the market to end forever. Like not betting on something. Not being able to bet on something, just something happening without betting. But you can't, because humans have to take interest in something, and how you take the ultimate interest, you put your money on the line. Okay, obviously you put your life on the line, but we don't have bets like that anymore. Once in a while you will get someone that bets their life. They're saying, I bet my life on this, and then they get killed because they lose. Normally, if you're betting your life, odds are you're at the end of a rope and you're gonna die soon. So, oh, that's runny. What did he eat yesterday? A little kibble. Ooh, nice and runny. Good job pooping. Yeah, the beagle went home. It was a nice 5 weeks. We have him for 5. Let's see, 5 times 7, 35. Yeah, I think we had him for 5 weeks. Incredible run with the beagle. I miss him a little. He was cute. Nice, cute dog with floppy ears. But, hey, Rusty, get away from that fucking pit with that trash bag. Weirdo. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. So, sorry, back on track. Yeah, so we had the weird pumps. I got greedy. It was always like that. Strange pumps. There was like GP, another weird coin that pumped, but then other coins did like 10x, 5x, 10x over a few weeks, but over a couple weeks. I can't remember them, but like Binance has and Bybit have almost 1,000 coins, whatever. So, however many. So eventually, some are gonna randomly pump and be cartelled, and it gets people interested, saying, "Oh, this could be the coin. This next coin could do what that coin did." But yeah, and I did have a coin like that once. I'll tell you a short story. In 2022, it was a Coinbase leak. It was in their wallet that they did test transactions with. So I bought it, and I actually forgot the name of it. There might be some people that remember. I don't remember these coins anymore. But I had like 30K in it. It's crazy. I just had like 600K that year, and I put 30 to 50 or 100K in random coins. 30K was like the average for Coinbase leaks. And I sold, I think it was like 30 sats, so it was like the low Satoshi. And it was only traded against BTC on Binance. And I had to do the Bored Ape in April of 2022 So I sold, and I made like 2x on the Bored Ape. Maybe I made 50K or so off from that 30K. And instead of buying back my 30K of that coin, I said, forget it. And then a few months later, it was one of the last coins that, I think it was 2022. I don't think it was 2023. That Binance listed a USDT pair for. It just only had BTC. That's why it was significant. Yeah, so it did have only BTC. And it ended up going like 30x in USD value from that point. So it was one of those plays. Would I have held the full 30x? Nah, shit. I would have sold for 3x or whatever. So, I mean, it wasn't a huge loss. It's very difficult to hold to the top. A, you don't know where the top is. And B, you see a bunch of money, you sell. So anyway, that's the short story of how I missed a big pump and how it's very difficult to hold. If you can't hold, like, you see all these people that are holding 10x. They're like, I held the whole way. I made 30x. There was a guy actually last year or February, I think, when Coinbase listed Toshi. This guy held all the way from like the first day he bought it a few hundred K, 200K. How much did he hold? He might have even bought at like 50K market cap, something stupid, silly like that. But he held all the way to like 200 million market cap. I didn't even check when he sold, but Toshi went from 40 cents or so on Coinbase all the way to $2.50, $2.30, something like that. So it did have a crazy pump, hitting over 200 million market cap. But it's crazy for a guy to hold like that, a guy to hold to whatever, $15 or $20 million profit from a few $100. He had to have already had millions. Like if you're holding that much, you have millions. So all the time you see people with crazy long holds, like the Bonk guy that round tripped, are still holding Bonk his long. He might have closed his long or been liquidated or lowered his liquidation. This guy already had millions, Uni PCS. He's not tens of millions. He probably has $20 or $30 million. He's not holding this $20 million Bonk long because it's 90% of his portfolio. So you might think, he's a shitty trader, but no. These guys are either OGs, they scammed people for a while on chain back when it was easy to scam, or I don't know, they just got lucky at leverage. They were there at the right times. Speaking of leverage, it's you have a very short period where it's profitable to long everything and then close. And we've seen this stalling. ETH just stalling at 3,900, 3,800. Bitcoin stalling around 120,000, hit 123,000, dipped to 114.7. Now it's at like 117.5. So in this case, once you see the stall, just close all your shit. If you see a breakout in Ethereum over 4K, you can try a long, but is it going to go to 5K? Give you enough time to long alts? It might, but we'll see. If you look at the weekly chart on Ethereum, you'll just see the three highs, like 4,200, 4,100 back in, so April 20, right around there, 2024, and then January 2025 or December 2024, it hit like 41, and now it hit 39 in July 2025. So you're thinking, it could be a top. I'd be really surprised if it broke out. We need some influx of money, new capital. I mean, we're hoping it comes, but if the SPX topped August 1st, the tariff deadline, and we're actually getting the tariffs on August 1st, this is it. Are we going to start to see a sell-off in stocks? If we see a sell-off in stocks, we're going to have a sell-off in crypto. So that's something to look out for. So if we did top I'm gonna lose a lot. I have NFTs that are worth a few hundred K, 300, 400. Let's see, 300. Let me do a quick math. 300,000 NFTs, 400,000 in NFT. 6, 7 times 8, 200,000 there. 7, yeah, like 400,000 in NFTs. That's gonna dip to, if we topped, yeah, it's gonna dip to 100,000 back down. So these are like long-term investments. I'm hoping one day we'll do something, but they won't. I know they won't go past where they are. They might double, but they're not gonna go to millions of dollars anymore. But maybe they will. Moonbirds shooting up. Apparently they sold the IP a few months ago. That's why the price went from $1,000 to almost $10,000. Oh, so the Trump administration, White House, led by Bo Hines, is gonna release their crypto report, their DeFi report. There was an early leak, but said nothing about the Bitcoin reserve, so I think they're saving that for the official leak. It's probably gonna come at either 11 a.m. or noon. I may miss it on this walk. But maybe they mentioned other coins, like they might hope to add other coins to the reserve. Ethereum, they already talked about Bitcoin and Ethereum, of course. But they haven't done any significant steps to add Ethereum to the reserve. So that's going to be interesting. But Bitcoin, they already have reserves from confiscations. Ethereum should have confiscation. Solana, maybe a little bit. So these are coins they could add in the reserve. I don't know if it's even worth a big pump. I think the reserve hasn't been mentioned in a while, so I think Solana and XRP, if they add that, it could pump. ADA, I mean, have they really confiscated the ADA? That was an original Trump tweet back in February, so that's something to look out for. Obviously, you're not going to see this vlog before the report comes out unless I upload it quickly, and if you're long in millions of dollars on news, you're not going to be watching this vlog, so that's something to look out for. And I guess I've said my piece, what I wanted to say. Is there life beyond crypto? Is there life beyond wealth? Yeah. Can you make it without making money? Yeah. Is it very hard? Yeah. Easiest route to making it is making money. So, got to figure that out. But obviously, you don't make money. But when you reach the point where you don't need money, either you have a lot of money or you don't care about money, then you've made it, right? You go beyond the basic instincts of shelter, family, food, and wealth, like physical wealth, tangible money, possessions, right? Once you go beyond that point, then you've made it. You've truly made it, okay? Usually when you're really rich, people are like, I don't care about money anymore, okay? Yeah, it's easy to say when you have tons of money. On the opposite end. Oh, you getting stung by bees? Yeah, you gotta watch out. Those bees in the holes. Yeah, you got stung, huh? It's okay, shake it off. You're gonna be sore for a couple days. Hey, get off her. Get off her. You got stung too? What the hell, guys? Hey, why are they fucking attacking? It's fucking in your... What the fuck?